Shifting focus now, young cricketers of Jammu and Kashmir's under-16 team were allegedly ill-treated by the Jammu and Kashmir cricket officials during their trip for a tournament. The young players were made to travel in a bus for over 14 hours while the officials travelled by air. They were crammed into a congested bus. Many of the players suffered muscle cramps and back stiffness. This is just hours before their match, but their ordeal did not end there. Once they reached Jammu, there was no proper arrangement for food either. The players were allegedly asked to spend money from their dearness allowance for their meals. They have now appealed to the governor to look into this matter.
हमारी टीम बाय एयर जानी चाहिए। अगर जो भी ट्रैवल, अगर जितना भी ट्रैवल हो, 100 किलोमीटर हो, 200 किलोमीटर हो, जितना भी हो, हमें बाय एयर जाना चाहिए। बल्कि मगर जो हमारी एसोसिएशन है जेकेसी ने हमें बाय रोड लाया यहाँ तक। सभी के क्रैम्प्स है, सभी का बैक स्टिफ है। तो हम जब यहाँ होटल में पहुंचे तो बिल्कुल अनकंफर्टेबल होटल है। बिल्कुल मतलब फैसिलिटीज नहीं है अच्छी, ना पेस्ट्स के लिए कुछ है, ना कोई भी काट लेगा मच्छर तो डेंगू हो जाएगा। हम कैसे खेलेंगे? हम नेशनल प्लेयर स्टेट को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, ऐसे कैसे हम जाएंगे आगे? फिर हमें आगे एसोसिएशन बोलती है तुम नहीं जीत पाए, तुम बाकी सब नहीं कर पाए, तुम सिफारिश पे जाते हो, वो कैसे होगा? और हम यहाँ पे आए तो ना कोई डिनर मिला ना।
Let's go across to Pradeep, who's joining us at this point. Pradeep, take us through what really happened here. An extremely unfortunate situation where these young players who should be the pride of the country are being treated like this.
You're absolutely right. In fact, see, on one hand, the state government keeps on talking about channelizing energy of the youth in a better direction. Is this the way ill treatment is being meted out to these young cricketers who are part of under-16 team, that is to participate in Vijay Merchant Trophy, that matches are to be held in Amritsar? Yes, it was day before yesterday. All of them were asked to gather at one of the places in Srinagar, and from there they were packed like herd of cattle in a bus, and each one of them is carrying with them the cricketing kit also. You can very well understand, in congested in bus they were made to travel for about 14 hours. For 6 hours there was a traffic jam at Ramban area. Everybody knows that in fact Jammu-Srinagar National Highway during this season there is a lot of problems we face. Most of the time there is a landslide and so many things. So despite all these things they were made to travel in a bus. If this is a basically BCCI approved and affiliated tournament, and there's a lot of money, everybody knows, with the BCCI, and BCCI is providing a lot of money for these cricket tournaments. So the question arises, if Jammu Kashmir Cricket Association officials and selectors can travel by air, why they didn't allow these cricketers to travel by air? Because at the end of the day they have to play matches. If they will be having the stiff backs, most of them have already developed muscle cramps. In such a situation, how come you expect that these players to perform better? And this is the question they are asking, and they have appealed to the governor Satyapal to look into the matter and try to ensure that they are not given such a kind of a second citizen treatment in near future. Because not only that, their ordeal didn't end there. When they reached hotel, they thought that there will be dinner for them, because throughout day they were only provided with sandwich and one meal. And after that, when they reached hotel, they were provided no dinner. They said, you have already been given the dearness allowance, that is per diem of 700 rupees. Out of the 700 rupees, you have not only to manage your breakfast, lunch and dinner. So they were asked to go to nearby dhaba to have their dinner. So the question arises, if these children will keep on looking for the dhaba for their lunch, dinner and breakfast, when they will find the time for practice? So this is not how you are going to really churn out good cricketers from the state. On one hand, we have already seen that lot many youngsters get lured to gun culture, and we are talking about channelizing their energy in better direction so that they can perform well and become the good citizens. And the kids who really want to perform well, do well in their life, should be pride of the nation, and see what kind of a treatment is being meted out to them. When I got in touch with some of the officials, they said that air ticket was too costly. But the question arises, if they can afford costly air ticket for their selectors and JKC officials, why these cricketers who have to perform and play matches were not provided this air tickets and fare for that? That's the big question, and now this will be seen what action governor will be initiating, whether he's going to look into this aspect. The action will be initiated. BCCI is going to act in this regard. That is in fact a big question, because they are in fact appealing for this thing. They said, we are here to play, we are here to perform.
So Pradeep, has there been anybody from among the officials who are involved in all of this, who have actually come out and said something, who have even reacted, or who have said that they will be looking into this matter?
See, so far as these JKC officials are concerned, they are turning a blind eye to the whole problem. What I came to know from the sources, because I got in touch with them, they said that the ticket was costing around about 17,000. But if the two selectors, they can travel by air, why these cricketers were not provided air tickets? So that is the question. Then they should have also accompanied them in bus, because normally if we go by the norm, they are to be provided luxurious bus. If there is no aeroplane moving from that particular destination to the other destination, but there are already aircraft, several flights are coming from Srinagar to Jammu, they should have booked any of the flights. And this doesn't happen all of a sudden that you decide that you have to move for this tournament, because already there is a schedule, there is a calendar for all these tournaments to be conducted by Board of Control for Cricket Association India, BCCI. So why they in fact delayed all these things and they only made these officials travel by air? So that is the big question. Now it is to be seen whether the governor is going to initiate action, whether BCCI will be looking into the matter, because at the end of the day it is about performance. If you will be making players travel, sit in congested bus for about 14 hours without proper food and water, and they develop muscle cramps, they develop stiff back, and then how come you expect that these youngsters to perform? So they are the pride of the nation, you rightly said. But this is not the way you treat pride of the nation. I think this is the time many heads need to roll, and BCCI and JKCA need to look into this aspect.
All right. Thanks, Pradeep, for getting us all those details.